Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. This time, we'll be discussing the promo for episode 5 of the Flash Armageddon event, which is also season 8, episode 5, 805, whatever you want to call it. We'll be breaking it down, discussing it, I'll be theorizing some stuff probably, all that stuff. And obviously last time, we talked about the Armageddon episode 4, which was the Reverse Flash episode with Barry as the Reverse Flash in the future, so 2031. And yeah, we had Barry and Thawne swap roles, I guess, with Thawne being the Flash, Barry being the Reverse Flash. And we saw Barry get help with Damien Darhk to reset the timeline because Barry was going to be erased from existence at midnight. And we saw Armageddon actually happen. So we've seen Armageddon, we've seen Barry nearly destroy the world, but that was only because he was restoring the timeline. And once we get back, we have Despero, who the future to have a look to see if what Barry is saying is true. And right at the end, we have Thawne run into the time vault in 2021 saying that no one can mess with time and that he is going to essentially get what he wants. I guess that's really what it is.
Hey guys, Editor Me here. I just realized that I forgot to say a couple things. One of them being is that the name of my channel right now, Arrowverse Reviews, is temporary and I really want to change it to something else, but I don't have any good ideas right now. So if anyone has any ideas that they want to comment down below for a good name for my channel, which I'll mostly be doing Arrowverse, but I don't really want to have the word Arrowverse in there. I just want it to be short and simple. I'll be doing DC stuff and maybe even Marvel stuff at time to time, but mainly Arrowverse. So if anyone has any ideas, not too long, yeah, just comment that down below, that'll be awesome. But also, I forgot to read out the synopsis for this episode, so I shall do that right now. With it being, the exciting conclusion to the 5-part Armageddon event brings the return of Mia Queen. The conclusion to Armageddon presents an opportunity for the Flash to end his lifelong battle with the Reverse Flash for good, but the payoff could be too much for Barry and the team to handle. Meanwhile, Mia Queen drops in from the future looking to save a lost one, and she won't let anything stand in her way. Anyway, with that out of the way, here's the promo.
Thawne messed with the timeline. Now the timeline is fighting back.
He took away my life, piece by piece, until I lost everything.
Give him what he deserves.
He can still bring about Armageddon.
So yeah, this promo is for the finale of the 5-part Armageddon event, which has been going on obviously for the past few weeks, and will be the last episode until March 9th, I believe it is, next year in 2022. So big gap, but I'm sure that that episode, along with the last 4 episodes before it, will be enough to keep us through, as well as Superman, Lois, Naomi, all that stuff coming back before that in January. So we have heaps of stuff before it comes back to keep us happy. Also, I'm planning on doing Superman and Lois videos and potentially Naomi as well, so keep your eyes out for that when they come back. But first up in the trailer, we hear Mia say that Thawne messed with the timeline and now the timeline is fighting back. So will this mean there'll be like timeline ripples throughout the episode? Like, will we see stuff being messed up? Will we see like, what are they called, the Time Wraiths and Black Flash? So will we be seeing them? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But at the same time as Mia saying that in the trailer, we see Reverse Flash, which is Earbud Thawne this time, obviously in the new suit, in the CCPD precinct with officers and all that around the place, probably causing some mayhem. And we see Mia drop down from the roof onto him as well, with him turning around surprised. I guess this might be the only time we see Mia suited up in the episode, because we've also seen part of the scene in the actual season 8 trailer. So yeah, this, you might want to savor this when this happens in the episode. But we also have Barry turning around in Star Labs, which is perfectly fine, operating in his Flash suit, obviously. So will this be when Mia first shows up in the episode? It could be, because the synopsis obviously says that Mia shows up unexpectedly or something like that, looking for a loved one, stuff like that. So we're not entirely sure on what that loved one is yet. I'm presuming it's William, because that's what happened at the end of Green Arrow and the Canaries, and Eric Wallace has said to go rewatch it because stuff from that will happen in Armageddon, will be connected. And we also get Mia in Star Labs, so I take back what I said before about the only time she'll be suited up is in CCPD. That is not correct, because I believe she's in her suit there in Star Labs, with everything turned off, the lights and all that. So is she looking for someone in Star Labs? Is someone in there? Is Thawne in there? Did he turn the power off? Something like that. They're all looking for him. That could be what's happening. But the next shot is we have Reverse Flash in the Speed Lab, which he's in the same device that Fuerza was in season 7. That like big trap type thing that kept her in there. We know this because we've seen some behind the scenes photos with, I think it was it Grant Gus? No, it was Candace Patton. She posted to her Instagram story or something like that with a photo of Grant, Jesse, and herself in the Speed Lab with that device behind it. Which, when episode 2 came out and all that, we saw that Joe was there, so we knew that he was coming back basically. But I thought that it would have been to use against Despero, because, you know, big monster or big alien, whatever, same thing as Fuerza, but it's actually Thawne, turns out. So yeah, Joe will be in that scene, I believe, unless Jesse was just there to hang out on the set or something like that. But yeah, we have Thawne in there with Barry looking at him angrily, and over the top of that he says, "He took away my life piece by piece." I guess he's talking to Mia, maybe, potentially. As we next see, she is using a boxing bag, punching it out of anger, I guess, because maybe she isn't able to do what she's there for. She isn't able to like find what she's looking for, something like that. Or maybe Thawne is interrupting because she next says, "Give him what he deserves." Probably talking to Barry, referring to Thawne. And we see a different angle of the pocket knife being pulled out that we saw in the season 8 trailer with all of Team Flash there. She pulls it out, probably at Thawne. I don't know where they're at, but we then see Despero in his human form talking to Barry in Star Labs in the corridor, which could actually be what Barry is turning around to seeing at the start. It could be Despero showing up and not Mia. Could be one of the two, I guess, but Despero is saying he can still bring about Armageddon, referring to Thawne, and I guess that it kind of turns out that Thawne's really the main villain of this event. Like, he showed up only towards the end, but he's really the one that's causing Armageddon. Because if it wasn't for him, obviously Armageddon wouldn't have ever happened, and now he's in present day causing it, presumably in present day, and Despero's trying to stop him, and so is Barry. So that is really interesting to see what happens. But we obviously get a reuse shot from the season 7 finale with Thawne powered up, and a shot of Mia with her bow out in Star Labs, probably pointing it at Despero or Thawne. And then we also get another reuse shot, which is from episode 15 of season 7, I believe. And we see the power shutting off in Star Labs, which is probably from Thawne or Despero or some event that's happening outside. I believe that's Cecile, Chester, Caitlin, and is that Ryan Choi? Who is that sitting in the seat next to Caitlin? I'm unable to tell because I'm looking at a low quality photo, but I'm pretty sure that's Chester out by the monitors. Is it Joe? Is that Joe? Or is it Ryan Choi? Could be Ryan Choi or Joe. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Barry. Yeah, I'm interested to see who that is. It's hard to tell. If I see a high quality picture before posting this up, I'll put on screen who it actually is. But right now, to me, it looks like Ryan Choi or Joe. But then, last up, we have Thawne and the Speed Lab and the trap, probably, and he's just sighing, kind of just like come on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this review, breakdown, theories, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. If you could drop a like, comment, and even subscribe to support the channel, it would really help me get this channel back up there, although it's never really up there, but get it up there, because I'm trying to do this a lot more often. If you have any feedback, leave it down below, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.